Hello, it's me, Dunleavy4. I'm here in the cleric's workshop, and they seem to be out right now, but it's okay. I'm doing a little remodeling. So what I want to do today is make a little tiny netherwort farm. I need some for the project of the day. So we're kind of doing two things in one. And last time was pretty adventurous, so it's nice to do a little building as well. I've just started a little staircase here that goes down, and I want to plant more netherwort. I had, the 5 little pieces there, but I actually need more for what I have in mind. So I'm going to carve out this room and just make something a little spooky. I was thinking it should be a little darkish. It should feel a little spooky. So if I use stairs and slabs, and the sand should be pretty spawn proof. So let's see how it goes here. Alright, so I can just finish this up now. Here I'm just going to place a few more little things. It looks kind of nice, these little columns, and I'm using that block that I don't get to use a lot. Or rather that I have a hard time using, because it's offensively red. But it's a pretty seductive netherwort farm, the way it is right now, and it's working for me. A little like that, and maybe throw in just like that for a little extra depth. It looks like little shelves in the sides, kind of. I like that. Maybe, is that going to be one? Yeah, I don't know. That could be good enough. We'll see. I'm still like on the fence about this whole village now, as we know, so there may be a lot of more changes in here. But here we go. Now I can get some netherwort, so I'm happy about that. So I think I can experiment with these bricks, but the recipe might be something like this. Yes, and then I will get red nether bricks, so I like that. So we need to smelt up more netherrack, which we got plenty of. Starting to use some of my blaze rods from the farm because they're super good for furnaces, and I have so many of them. Let me just show you the scene of the build today. I really want to keep popping out a lot of color here, so I'm thinking of making these kind of tendrils that are going to come out. Like I've already taken some red carpet, but I was thinking, oh, it's 3. It's more narrow than I thought. That's fine. So maybe, it's going to start to extend out this way, and I want it to be like ribbons of color that are going to kind of weave into the rest of the world. So I was thinking of using some red blocks, mainly the netherwort block, and we're going to get some of this action here, this red nether brick and wool, because I think they're going to pop and look really good. So I'm going to make some slabs and stairs with that as well, and I want to make a ribbon that goes just a little bit of like a hill up and down here, and then I'm going to weave it through the world. Maybe it's going to go pop up a little bit here, almost like a little dragon coming out of the water, and then it's going to go up there, and I want to pop a lot more red up into the farm because there's already a lot of red tones over here. So I was thinking of starting to fix my world a little bit and make it a little more campy. I mean, this is so charming and cute here, but I think some red coming up and taking over and replacing some of these blocks with some of our red blocks and making it like a red farm. So bringing that red up here would be really nice, I think. So replacing some of these blocks with different red blocks and incorporating them into our mushrooms, maybe even completely changing some of these trees into some custom trees that are just made of like bricks and netherwort and things like that. I want to make this a little more campy. So that's the plan once all that smelts up. So from here, if I just raise it up a little bit that way, maybe the next layer can be like a stair. And then I do want it to come up off the floor a little bit, so we'll start to see what was under it. Then with like a little more more there, we can actually throw another layer of carpet. I want it to be, you know, as gradual as possible. So we're gonna start sloping it up there. Then I want it to maybe add where can that go? I think we need a little bit of that in there too. I do want it to be a little random, have a little pop. There we go. I might just fill that in. And one little there, and there. And then we can probably throw a little bit of those. Yeah, and this can already curve down. So this isn't like gonna be huge, it's gonna be subtle, but let's go get more stuff and sleep. Now let's have it start to slope down a little bit. We can throw the carpet on here again. And I think it's time for it to go into the earth. So let's have it start. Oops. Yeah, you're gonna make me cover the grass, aren't you? All right. So it doesn't look like much, but it's going to tell a part of a story here, right? That this is going somewhere down here. So if we assume that our red like creeps up and down this way, it might want to come up a little bit here somewhere, maybe like out of the sand in a way. So if you haven't guessed yet, I plan on doing this with all the colors leading to different places and making different, you know, themes for areas, but I like this so far. We have this red coming up. It's giving us the vibes of our little magical sheep back here that are exploding color everywhere. And maybe we take, you know, this tree here. Actually, I want it to start curving a little more. So the red, I think it's got to be this tree. You know, this tree's been bothering me for a while. I knew there was something wrong with it, and now we're gonna fix it. So what we should do is maybe this tree has the roots being taken over. So we can leave some of the logs, but take some of this coming up, and this can be a mix of wool and the nether wart. And we could even have some brick at the bottom. I think it might be nice. And let's do another little, actually, brick, wool, wool. Now let's fill some of this in. Then we do need to pop some wool around. It's kind of nice having the two textures here. Probably need some more wool. And I do still have some slabs too. Let's give it a little shape. There we go. Nice. And the rest, you can get a little carpet action. Because we're rich with wool. Rich with wool. It's just in little corners here and there. I think it'd be nice. I really do love the idea that the sheep, our sheep face over there is like spewing out color everywhere. Just going around on the top of the trees, and I really want to keep throwing in blocks into the leaves here, and it's looking really, really good. I can't wait to do a little like flyover, but it's really, really coming together. And it's definitely like a more is more situation, which works for me all the time. So I'm very excited about how it's looking. So I was about to do a little outro, and I was looking at this original pathway here, and I was like, that just looks like a pile of blood. So I had to just do a little tweak here. I just narrowed it a little and raised it up a little more to take it all the way out into the water like this. I think it just looks so much better. It actually gives more of the pathway and ribbon look to it, so I was really happy with that. I hope you agree with me, but it's kind of nice too. You can walk under it once I have grass there. And it just made a little more sense to go into the water and then come out of the water again on this side. So I am much happier with that. So let's look at this area from the top. It's very red, very, very red, but I really like it. I went ahead and replaced some of the slabs on our buildings in this area as well with some red. So it really just looks like a crimson takeover here. And I'm really enjoying how it looks. It's way more like artsy, very, very hodgepodge, I don't know, hodgepodge collage red something. And it's a little creepy, a little artsy. I don't know, I'm just really happy with it. And I started taking it into the trees and the leaves. And the bees, I think, are pretty happy with it. Or shocked, I can't tell. What do you think about it? Do you like it? I can't wait to keep exploring this idea with other colors from our wool farm here. I have a really good idea for another color, but it's going to involve some destruction of things that I've made in the past. So I don't know how I feel about it, but I think this world is transforming before our eyes, and I think we have to run with it, okay? If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a little like down there. It just really means a lot after the work of making one of these videos, so I'd really, really appreciate it. And if you're new and you want to keep seeing how this world is going to get very, very artsy, very, very fast, go ahead and subscribe, all right? Bye-bye.